On Thursday of week 3 of Lent, the Roman station church is St. Cosmas and Damian. It's a beautiful basilica. It's part of the Roman Forum. It's got a remarkable history. In the 2nd century, part of the building was a temple to Romulus, a pagan temple. A bit like the Pantheon in Rome, it was then taken over as a Christian church in, I think, the 5th century, perhaps early 6th century. And it was dedicated to these two martyrs of the Syrian church of Cosmas and Damian. They'd been brothers who were doctors. They were renowned, the legend tells us, of ministering medicine freely, perhaps a forerunner of the National Health Service. They went around helping people out of their own goodwill. They were eventually, as Christians, put to death, and a tradition developed around them in terms of praying for healing and for miracles, perhaps a good thing in this time of pandemic. Going back to the Basilica, the temple in the Roman Forum was down at a low level. It was connected also to a library. So in the 6th century, when they made a church, they made the temple and the library into this one big basilica dedicated to Cosmas and Damian. The Roman Forum experienced many different levels during its time. Going back, what we can see that when we look down now is the level of ancient Rome, and the entrance was from the side of ancient Rome. Where we enter now is from the side of a 20th century main street, the Via dei Fori Imperiali, which was built in the time of Mussolini to make a pathway between Piazza Venezia, the center of the nation, and the Colosseum. And this road, this thoroughfare, perhaps 3/4 of a mile long, and about halfway down you pass the Roman Forum. Down below you, about 20 feet below you on your right, and the Basilica of St. Cosmas and Damian. When the levels were built up in the Roman Forum before they were re-excavated, they decided in the 16th century to build up the level of the church. So they raised the floor. They'd say about 7 meters. And so down below there's a kind of lower basilica, then the upper basilica is in the top half of what was the original basilica. What is really striking about this, you go into the basilica and it's not as high as it should be. Clearly it should be 7 meters higher, and the apse above the high altar is very visible. It's almost in your face. It's almost too close, but it's spectacular. There's a mosaic from the 6th century depicting our Lord at the Parousia, bright blue colours, fantastic. And there's the images of Cosmas and Damian being escorted by the 2 great saints of Rome, Peter and Paul, to our Lord. It's one of those things that is just a joy to witness. So if you're in that area, if you're visiting the Colosseum or Piazza Venezia, or just wandering along between the two, just nip into the church of Cosmas and Damian. A beautiful experience, and a place where Christianity was really put at the heart of the empire, in the heart of the Roman Forum.